Sir. Yeah. Good morning, all of you. Am I audible?
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Veera. You're audible.
Okay. Okay, guys. So in Docker, only one topic is pending, guys. So the topic we are going to plan now. So the topic is after build the Docker image. So after write a Docker file, so the Docker image we need to push into any artifact repository. So here we are using AWS ECR repository to maintain the Docker repositories. So, so whatever any image, if you want to push into that ECR, so we have to follow few steps. And same at the same time, we have to create a one Docker account, the Docker Hub account. Even we can push that image into Docker Hub account also. So I think you need to create a one Docker Hub account. So that account creation process is very easy. So sign up Docker Hub. So come to here, sign up and give your username.
Veera,
Screen.
Yeah,
You didn't share your screen.
yeah, sure, sorry. Is it okay now? My screen is visible?
Ah, yes, Veera, it's visible.
Okay. Okay. So here we have to go with sign up Docker option. So after that, we are going to create a one Docker Hub account. So this Docker Hub account, you can maintain the images, whatever images you are going to build after build a Docker file, that images we can push into Docker Hub or Amazon ECR repository. Amazon ECR is nothing but it's a elastic container registry where we can store our images. Okay, we have two options. In general, if it is AWS project, so we can push our images into AWS ECR. If it is a Azure, so we have a Azure registry, same GCP registry also. If it is a cloud project, Google Cloud project. So in this process, first you need to uh, fill the username and email and username and password and create a Docker Hub account. That's it only. So after that, you need to be log in your Docker Hub. So let me log in my Docker Hub account. So sign in. Yeah. So whenever I sign in, I'm able to see my images, my Docker images. These are okay. Okay, we'll discuss now. Let me build sample Docker image so that we can understand how to push these images here. Let me start the Docker. Click on this, connect. Yeah, if I run a Docker images, my end I'm able to see two images here. Any one of the image I can push in ECR registry or Docker Hub registry. Okay. So let's go to my Docker file process. Yeah, Docker image push to Docker private registry, Docker image push to AWS ECR. We have a two options here. So Docker image push to private registry and ECR. First, let's try ECR process. So let's go here. Just type here ECR. So this is ECR. Let me delete my end because it is existing. Okay, we'll see later. So now the process is first we need to create a repository here. In ECR, we need to create a repository here, ECR. Okay. And here we have to give the repository name is as image name. Okay. I will tell you why. My image is Nginx or Ubuntu, right? For example, if you want to push Nginx image, you need to create a Amazon ECR repository name also image name. Okay. And after that, create a repository, ECR repository where we can store our images. So this is your repository. If you click on this, again, view push commands. So ECR by default will give some push commands. We can use those push commands. We can push our image into ECR repository. So these are the list of commands we need to be run into to push your image into ECR. So the first command is your ECR is able to log in first ECR. To log in your ECR, this is the command. So to give this command into your EC2 instance, first your EC2 is able to connect ECR. In that case, as we discussed, we need to create a IAM role again. If one service is going to communicate other service, in this case, if any two services involvement is there, definitely we need to create IAM role and give the respective service permission to your EC2. Otherwise, your EC2 is unable to communicate. In this case, what I'm going to do here, go to IAM role. Create a role. So which service is going to communicate EC2, right? EC2 is going to communicate ECR to push the image into ECR. So service use case is EC2, you need to be select. And then next. So here you need to select ECR. This is permission. So container registry. Yeah. Elastic container registry, public full access. So we can give these particular access or by default, for practice purpose, you can give administrator access for your EC2 is able to communicate any service. I'm giving EC2 to ECR. Create a role. So my role is created now. So let's go to your EC2 and we have to give this, we have to attach this role to your EC2 instance. Then only your EC2 is able to communicate your ECR. So my end already ECR already exist. You can give that one also, or anyway. Update IAM role. This is first prerequisite. You need to take care. And go to ECR again. View push commands here. So first command is login method. Let's so login succeeded. And next is Docker build -t Nginx. But this build already done, right? That's what Nginx is created. So skip this step now. And next step is we need to tag that image. Then you need to push that image. I mean, tag means we are changing our image name to this image name and we are going to push that image name directly. So let's tag this image. So if you check now Docker images, your end only Nginx is there. Whenever you can run the tag command, now you can check Docker images. So your end tagging. So tagging with your repository. This is your Nginx tagged with this name. Now you can push the last command. Docker push, give this tag name directly. Okay. Let's go here. Refresh and open Nginx. See latest image is pushed. By default, whenever you push, this image tag latest will be updated. So this is your image now. The size of the image is 71 MB. This is the image you push. So same process we can follow for one more image also if you want, or we can move for to push your image into Docker Hub. So my Docker Hub process is this one same. Even if you want to push your image into Docker private registry, first we have to log in and then tag and then push. And the pull process also instead of push, you can give pull, it will take. I mean, so instead of push, we can run here pull means it will take image from reverse in your ECR. Okay, already image is there, my end, that's what. So no need to pull. If any images changes will come if you pull, image updated version will be updated here. And then next process is how to push image into your private hub registry. So my private hub registry already login, right? I'm able to see images here. So now how to push your image into private registry? Simple here also first login first. How to login? Just give Docker login command here. So easier process is done. Now one more process, how to push image into Docker hub registry. So for this, we need to log in first. So my image name is Veera Narni. So password is so I entered password. So now I'm able to log in succeeded. Means I'm able to connect from here to my Docker Hub registry. Username password. This is public Docker Hub account. Now how to push this image into Docker Hub registry? You have to follow these 4 steps. First we need to tag the image. Okay. My image is what? Docker tag, nginx, and next username and nginx. Again, like this, we need a tag. Done, right? So now if you can check Docker images, I'm able to see my username following by my image name. Now simply we can push. Okay, access denied. Let's understand. Mm, okay, this username is wrong. I have given Veera. Spelling is wrong. Now push. Okay, so again I need to tag this image. Tagging also given wrong way. So give here. Now again push. Now image is there, the same tag, so it is going to push. Yeah. So let's go and here you can refresh. Yeah, image is push now. Less than a minute ago. So we can store our images here, like artifacts, image artifacts in ECR repository or Docker hub registry. So clear, guys? Any questions in this process? How to push image?
Clear, Veera.
So next process will start Kubernetes, guys. So Kubernetes is the orchestration tool. So only Docker we can use in real time. Only to build a image, push to image to ECR only. Docker job is in real time only. So write a Docker file, build a Docker file, and generate image, push that image into ECR or Docker Hub registry. This is the only process we are using Docker in real time. Even we haven't worked with volumes and networks also. And even orchestration tool Docker Swarm also there, but Docker Swarm is deprecated. We are not using Docker Swarm. So that's what in place of Docker Swarm, we are using Kubernetes tool in the real time. So Docker purpose in your real time, just we need to build a source code and write a Docker file from the source code application functionalities and build a Docker file and image will be generated and push that image into ECR repository. So this is the process where we can follow in the real time. And we don't have any class on tomorrow, guys. I came my hometown. So here even network also not there. I'm connecting through my mobile. So from Monday onwards, we are going to enter Kubernetes. So these are the Docker concepts. So if you're having any questions on the Docker concepts, I will show you one more time. So over to you guys. If you're having any questions, you can ask any questions.
Veera?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, Veera, are we going to cover Docker Compose?
Yeah, next topic is Docker Compose only.
Okay, okay, Veera.
Yeah,
Thank
till here any questions or not?
No, Veera, clear.
No questions? Okay, that's great. So now in real time, we are using till here only the image we are going to, we need to build a Docker file and we need to build an image and push image into ECR. This is our Docker initial work here. And so no questions means we can move for Docker Compose.
It's clear, Vira.
Okay, then let's go to Docker Compose concept.
Clear, Vira.
Yeah. So Docker Compose. So what is Docker Compose here? Docker Compose is nothing but guys, we can we can handle multiple Docker images. The Docker Compose. We are using Docker Compose to handle multiple images, and even we can build a project to maintain a relation between one image to other image. For example, reader architecture is there. Reader architecture. So your front end is going to communicate back end is going to communicate database, and how these images are going to communicate this thing. I mean, what I'm trying to say here, for example, if you are going to develop a three-tier architecture on containerization process, and a three-tier architecture is nothing but front end is a UI where we can interact directly, and back end is application. Your front end application is going to communicate back end application, and finally your back end application is going to communicate database application. So in this case, uh, just a minute, guys. Yeah, sorry guys. So Docker Compose can deal with multiple images in the same project, like a front end as a one image, back end as a one image, DB as a one image. We can handle by using Docker Compose. I mean, whenever you can execute the Docker Compose, all images will be created immediately, one by one, one by one. So, and by Docker Compose will support actually Amplify. Yeah, YAML language, sorry, YAML language. So by using this Docker Compose, so we can call multiple images, and also maintains connectivity between images. Okay. And even also we can give multiple inputs by using this Docker Compose. So multiple inputs means like port allocations, etc. So one AML itself, we can define everything here. Okay. So let me take a sample AML file, and before that, we need to install the Docker Compose in your EC2 instances. So let me go to Docker Compose. This is not at all important one. We are not using in real time. We are using Kubernetes AMLs. Anyway, just understanding purpose, we'll discuss. Yeah, so I'm going to install Docker Compose now. This is Docker Compose installation. And here we need to understand very important thing. All Docker commands executed Docker, right? By using Docker. But here all commands will be executed by using Docker Compose. I mean, Docker Compose, up Docker Compose, down Docker Compose images, Docker Compose containers, like that. So my Docker Compose installation done now. So we are going to give a permission for my Docker Compose. Executive permission at 777 or X. So done. Now, so let me take a sample YAML file here. This sample YAML file is I'm taking here. And YAML file name should be like Docker compose.yaml. This is the default name of Docker Compose YAML. So Docker Docker Compose .yaml. So this is my sample YAML file. So we already discussed, right? Docker Compose we can return in YAML file language. So here where we can call multiple images, use some multiple instructions. So here I'm using two images, sample images. One is database image and other is WordPress image. So WordPress is a kind of application, guys, like a blogs. We are writing some blogs, right? Medium blogs. So kind of it will support kind of application and allows to write some blogs. So now if you write some blog, the blog's content will be stored in any database, right? For example, if you can see in my blogs here, these are medium blogs. So this platform will support to store my blogs. But same thing, if you develop your own blog, so definitely we need to give a one database, access to store your blogs if you write anything. So image is WordPress. It's a default application I'm taking where we can support to write a blogs. And here I'm calling two images. The Docker Compose is nothing but support multiple images to call and give each image some instructions. So here, if you can see two images, I'm able to see one image is just MySQL and database. If you create any database, and anyway, I'm going to take one RDS class, database class. You will get a better clarity at the time. So here I'm taking MySQL database image directly, and the path. So if you create any database, we need to give a username and password mandatory to connect or login. So my username is root. By default, username is root. By default, password I'm giving as a test. Okay. So username no need to define. My MySQL root username by default it is a root. And then this is MySQL block here. And next this is WordPress block. So and also my image is WordPress. This block entirely related to database. This block is related to your WordPress. Okay. And here links concept is to communicate your MySQL, your database. I mean, if you write any blog, that blog has to be connect to database, load your blogs, I mean, save your blogs into database, right? So these two images, this application will connect to your database with the help of this links concept only. Okay. Whenever you can give MyDB site means this application will be communicated to your MySQL. So this is MyDB. MyDB I have given here means, so your my site will be linked with your MyDB with the help of the links concept. And port is nothing but the WordPress where it is published 8080, and WordPress is a front-end application. So default port number is 80, and I'm saying that enable is 8080. So if you run a docker run command, docker run -dt -p, so we have to give local port number colon target port number, right? Here local port number is published, name is published, and target port number is like this. I mean, YAML file we need to define like this. This is YAML file version. Okay. So whenever I execute this YAML file, two images will be pulled and communicate with help of links. But it is not like a Docker commands. So everything we need to use a Docker compose. ls my compose.yaml is ready. So Docker, how to execute this? Docker compose up. And if you give Docker compose up -d, see here, Docker compose up -d, if you can give it, it will go into detached terminal like a Docker run -dt is there, right? Like that. Otherwise, it is going to be interacting terminal. So Docker run, Docker compose up means it will be executed. -d means detached terminal. See, two images are pulling here. One image is MyDB, one image is my site. My site means WordPress name I have given my site. DB name I have given MyDB. This block enter MyDB, this block enter my site. So two images are pulling here running. So every command we need to execute like a Docker compose images, Docker compose PS, Docker compose remove. In place of Docker, Docker compose will come. That's it only. See, detached terminal means it will be executed and skip from the interactive terminal, and again you are into the root terminal. If you not specify -d, still it is running interactive terminal only. Okay. Now Docker compose images. We need to give like this. See, MySQL, MyDB, MySite both are running. And you can give Docker compose PS. In place of Docker, Docker compose will come. That's it. So my end two containers are running. It's publish 8080. And let's take my public IP and give 8080. I'm able to access my WordPress application. See, I'm able to see my WordPress. This is front end. You can go to next. Let's go here. So database name, whatever database we have given, my database name is what I have given, MyDB. Database is name. Okay, I can give any name, MySQL. And username is root. Password I have given test, right? DB password I have given test, if you can see. Password test. Default username is root. And the database host is MyDB. This is MyDB. So if you can go here, you can see. MyDB. And then submit. Okay, try again. Yeah. Run installation. So now just it is asking some subtitles, username and password. So subtitle I'm giving something here. Password by default password is giving. Copy here. Email I'm giving my name. Installation WordPress. So whenever WordPress is installed, we need to log in. So login username is Vera I have given. Password is I copied, right? I pasted here and log. So this is sample project only what we can understand. So the Docker Compose is nothing but where we can call multiple images and give a connection between front end and back end. Here this is my front end application. If you write anything here, for example, if you write something here, post. So here, like these are like blocks only. I'm writing here, welcome to DevOps training. Like this we can give, and publish means if you can write some content here, and publish means this data is going to be stored your MySQL database. Is publishing. Then you post. This is my post. So this data is going to be stored your MySQL database. How this two will be communicated front end and back end with the help of this links concept. And MySQL I'm calling, my WordPress is calling, WordPress is enabling 80. So MySQL, we are not supposed to enable any port number. This is private only. Your WordPress will be communicate MySQL. WordPress will be accessible 8080. Actually, WordPress is works on 80 port number. We are giving localhost port number is 8080, and both can be communicated with the help of these links. So here are the sample Docker Compose commands, guys. Docker Compose up -d detached mode. Now we ran, right. If you give this interact mode, it will not execute. It will not be, whenever you run this command, you are inside of the containers only. Like Docker run -it if you run interactive terminal, right? If you can give Docker run -d detached terminal. So if you can give this detached terminal, you can run the two containers and you will be exit from that container. If you want to stop your containers, Docker stop. If you want to remove Docker Compose RM, if you want to check all Docker Compose only, restart and all. So if I want to give Docker Compose remove, I can remove my containers. If I give like this, yeah, but my containers are running, right? I need to give -f. Now Docker Compose. Okay, so Docker Compose RM -f. If I give no stop content. Okay, let me stop. Docker Compose stop my container copy IDB1. Let's check now. Command is right only. Remove all stopped command. Docker Compose stop. Yes, command is right. So let's check Docker Compose PS. Okay. Let's check Docker Compose stop. Let's take this first. Copy. MySQL. Such service that will be ignored. Please remove it, avoid potential configurations. Maybe the version is upgraded or something. Service. Okay, name is correct only. Check now. Let me check once. Oh, service name. But container name also it should work. Anyway, Docker Compose tab, IDB. Okay. Stopping your service. And after that, stop here. One more service is my site. Stopping this one also. Now you can remove Docker Compose RM, MyDB. Let me give both my site. Yes, remove. So like this is a process we can handle multiple images in Docker Compose. Clear?
Yes, Veera, it's
Any
clear.
question?
Here,
Yeah, okay. So
Veera, I
these are
have
the,
one.
yeah, yes, please.
No, it may be not related to this exact Docker Compose, but in AWS, usually we use private and public subnets, right? For the security purpose, we use the private subnets. In this Docker, there is no concept of private and public, right? We are directly using one public EC2 instance, and we are creating all the containers.
No,
Is there
no. Actually, this EC2 server is interacting only, right? We are interacting to build a images, build a Docker file. This is public server only, but in real time, we are going to execute in private servers, not public servers. We need to connect first Bastion host to connect the private server and start the process.
Okay, got it, Veera. Only by using this public server, we
Yeah.
have to
See,
access that,
every
right?
time it's very difficult to create public and private to connect Bash nodes, right? So what I told you in the starting time. So if this environment we are going to work in real time, but next time onwards we can see only public instances. We need to understand this is not public instance in real time. This is private instance only.
Okay, Veera, got it.
Yeah. Okay, that's all for Docker, guys. Still, if you are having any questions, please do not hesitate. You can ask anytime, or you can ask to repeat one more class on Docker. No problem. I mean, I'm facing this issue to, in Docker file or somewhere, no problem. You just ask me Monday class, can you repeat where on the Docker concept we are having some doubt like that? You can decide your team and just ask me so that I can repeat the class, no problem. Or if you are clear, so we can go for Kubernetes concept from Monday. Clear?
Clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so tomorrow we don't have any class. Actually, my friend marriage, so I need to attend here. So I will not be available tomorrow in the evening session especially. So we can again we can continue from the Monday. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, Veera, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Veera.